To continue to keep you updated as we follow some other news stories here in our newsroom. This isn't the only shooting that we have been keeping tabs on today. Another one involves a police officer in DeKalb County. Our Tyler Fingert has been following the latest there. This happened on Central Drive. Tyler, what are you learning as of 3 o'clock this afternoon?
Well, Ariel, good afternoon to you. Investigators say a traffic stop led to gunfire early this morning after an officer found out the driver had an active arrest warrant. I want to show you where this all happened. If you take a look, there is glass in the roadway right there. That's where our camera captured a late model Lincoln sedan with multiple bullet holes. I want to show you video from earlier that shows you what that car looked like when it was still on scene. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says this all unfolded at around 3:10 this morning near Central Drive and Lancashire Circle in DeKalb County. Investigators say a DeKalb officer pulled over 64-year-old Rodney Moore of Stone Mountain. They say during the stop, the officer learned that Moore had an active arrest warrant, but they didn't tell us what that warrant was for. The GBI says Moore indicated he had a gun, and as the officer attempted to place him under arrest, Moore was shot. They say officers helped him, and Moore was taken to a local hospital where he's in critical condition. Agents say no officers were injured. People who live nearby say they heard not only multiple gunshots, but a woman screaming after the shooting. Take a listen.
I was in my house, just up and playing my game, and heard a lot of shots.
I heard shooting. I ran in the bathroom. I came back out. I opened the door, but I saw some activity over there. I shut the door, looked through the window, and I seen cops and a young girl screaming and yelling. We didn't do anything. Why you doing this?
And the investigation into all of this continues. The GBI is leading this investigation, which is standard during any officer-involved shootings in the state of Georgia. Ariel.
Yeah, Tyler, I guess we'll wait to see what unfolds next as police look at this as the GBI investigates. You know, it's so interesting how many traffic stops lead to this kind of situation. Police pull someone over, find out they have an active warrant or there's something else involved. And I know you worked with a lot of first responders, and they'll tell you how dangerous traffic stops are. You wouldn't think it's one of the more dangerous elements of the job, but based on what we know here just in our reporting and storytelling and what they've told us, it appears that statistics bear out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know exactly what happened here. They said that Mr. Moore indicated he had a gun, but we don't know what the actual circumstances were as things unfolded. The release that they just sent to us at about 2:30 this afternoon specifically just said he indicated he had a gun as they were placing him under arrest. That is when the shooting unfolded and he was wounded and is in critical condition. So it's unclear exactly what happened in that time frame. Did he pull out his weapon after indicating he had a gun? That is something that we're working to learn more. And the big question I have right now is what this arrest warrant was for. So I have reached out to folks in DeKalb County to see if I can get that information. That's not something that the DeKalb County Police Department has released, nor the GBI. It would be nice to know that information because obviously what kind of situation did the officer think could unfold? Was it something, a violent crime this person was wanted for, or was it something minor? That obviously could play into the mindset of what that officer was thinking when he was trying to place this man into custody. So that is something that we would like to find out so we could pass it along to you at home.
Yeah, Tyler, a great point. I think understanding the arrest warrant can help us better understand the picture of this and the stakes that were involved. Any other questions or things you're trying to figure out as the reporter on this story? I know you did say the officer was uninjured according to that news release.
Yeah, that officer was uninjured. We knew that at about 11:30 this morning. Police had indicated to us in their initial release from the DeKalb County Police Department that no officers were injured. The GBI emphasized that in their release that they sent out at about 2:30 this afternoon. Questions we still have, obviously, what kind of condition he is in. If you take a look at the video from earlier that we are playing as we started this piece, you notice that there were multiple gunshots in the back window. Obviously, just unclear for how this shooting unfolded, and did the suspect, in this case, Mr. Rodney Moore, did he fire back at officers? Lots of questions need to be answered, and hopefully as this investigation progresses, the GBI and the DeKalb County Police Department will be able to tell us that.
Yeah, GBI investigating any officer involved shooting, or rather a shooting where an officer draws their weapon and fired, standard procedure. And I'm sure you'll be on top of it, Tyler, and bring us the latest details. So thank you so much for your hard work on this story.